Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel's Strike Force. My apologies for being a little bit away, I guess. I've been really busy. It's been really hot, I think, like I mentioned before, and we're back to do some more videos here today. Now, Invisible Woman MCU just came out yesterday / last night for me. And I want to talk about what you should do, or what I am doing with her or not, and what I'm actually going to be waiting for. We also have a brand new promo code that I want to share with you guys today to get some free stuff. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. All right, so Marvel Strike Force and Scopely has blessed us with a new community promo code called July Boost. Zoom in a bit, July Boost. So I'm going to take that July Boost and I'm going to plug it in over here in the online marvelstrikeforce.com, right, in the free player gifts. Redeem that. I have not done it yet. There's 1,000,000 gold and 150 power cores. It's not a lot, but hey, every little bit helps in this game, right? So there we go. We've been getting promo codes at least once a week, so something to watch out for as well. So I'm going to go into game. I'm going to pick that stuff up. And yes, I have been finally spending some of my gold on the new Fantastic Four. I took them up to 105 each. Now, I am not going to take them to Gear Tier 20. I believe I touched in a data mine that there is going to be some special premium bonuses for next week's Harbinger Finale Week 2, but I am not going to take them to Gear Tier 20. I also want to talk about Invisible Woman MCU. So at this time, I am not unlocking her early, even though that she is going to be for the new arena team, and the 3 new characters are really, really important. Now, it's my understanding that she is a bit more of a damage dealer on this team compared to, say, Mr. Fantastic. Franklin's probably going to be really good as well. And that's kind of what I want to talk about, really, is that I don't think that it's going to make any difference on the team until Franklin Richard comes out, who is going to be, as far as I'm aware anyways, the last character of the team. So we're probably looking at like week 4, back end of week 3, like in the 20s of July, right? So we're kind of looking at about 3 more weeks, I think, before Franklin Richard comes out. And why this is important is because of his silence effect, right? Like it's what's making this entire thing work, right? It's the silence debuff. And so I am saving my power cores for him, but also lately, it seems, with the exception of Satana, who's not quite in the Intel store yet, we have actually been getting newer characters in the Intel store. Usually it was 2 weeks, but now it seems to be 2 to 3 weeks. So what my plan is currently right now, I am not coring for Invisible Woman MCU, although what I would do, PS, they've changed the way that the red stars are going to work, right? Make sure that you get the 7 red for Invisible Woman, because they're doing some wonky shit with the Intel store, right? Which is why the Vigilantes are up here, especially for diamonds, I believe, and maybe red stars as well. I don't remember. Anyways, back to this. So Invisible Woman MCU hopefully will be here within the next 2 to 3 weeks before Franklin comes out. That is my hope. Now, the good thing is that at least that the core orb is going to stay there for some time, just like all the other ones are, right? Like literally we have like Vigilantes are still in here. Hitmonkey's orb is still in here, right? So, I mean, like the Invisible Woman MCU core orb will stay there for some time as well, right? And so if that doesn't happen, we have 36 days on the Orb Echo. We're going to talk about this in a minute, though. So again, my goal is that I'm going to be buying Invisible Woman MCU, hopefully with Intel, that she comes out before Franklin. And if not, I'll reassess. But there's no real rush to have her right now, because maybe that's just me. I really don't think that she's going to like monumentally change anything. She has a pretty interesting kit, right? I love the kind of Magneto-esque ultimate there, the unseen vortex pulling everyone in. I love that. I love those kind of things. Void Knight, right, with the spear chuck, that kind of stuff. Really, really nice. Also extra focus. But I just don't think it's something that you need to have right now, right? In my opinion, I don't think that you need. Maybe you could do something with the existing Fantastic Four reworks and some of the other characters, even like the old characters like Invisible Woman and Reed. But at the end of the day, I just don't think it's a necessity to have right now. But it might become it later. in a couple of weeks, right? When we get Mr. Fantastic and Franklin Richards at the same time, because we are having a return, and it's still here, right? Like we can still talk about this. The return again of the negative zone, but in this case, it's going to be negative zone nodes 1 through 16. So instead of doing 12 nodes, you're going to need 16, and then the extra 4 nodes at the end are going to require, well, I'm not going to say it's going to require, but it's going to be mandated in some sense to use the new Fantastic Four, because they're going to have arena buffs on nodes 13 through 16. We talked about those nodes already, and so that's kind of what I'm preparing for, but I don't know when that's going to be released and whether or not vigilantes can struggle bust their way through like the first 2 clears, right? That could be possible as well. Vigilantes has been quite, I was gonna say resourceful, but they've been quite good. They're better than Thunderbolts, and I don't have a curse level up. And I remember back during the regular Harbinger runs, like I was able to get through nodes 9 through 12 just by using Vigilantes. It wasn't that fun, especially node 12 with the 2 Miss Marvel Classics. It was a load of bull crap, but I still made it through eventually. And we might be able to do the same with nodes 13 through 16. So the jury's a little bit out on that. But I just don't think that there's a whole reason to really want to build them up right now. I wouldn't say it's a trap, but I would be saving my power cores, because I don't think she's the one that you want to spend the power cores on. If you're saving your power cores free to play, you absolutely want to make sure that you have enough for Franklin Richards, because he is going to be the linchpin. He is going to be the main character of the team. Every team has one of those characters. For Vigilantes, it was like Hitmonkey, pretty sure, or Silver Sable, one of the two. Anyways, right? Like every team has like one character that you just have to have, but you want to have a little bit higher. And I think for me, it's Franklin Richards, right? Because if he can't land, and apparently, the silence can get resisted. He does get a bonus of like I believe 500% on this, or he gets an enhanced focus. But I have seen some footage where Starfall does get resisted, especially at low stars, at 3-star, right? So if you're going up against like some big guys that are like in their diamonds, I've actually seen this, not land, the silence not land, at least from this portion of it, especially outside of arena, right, where you don't have the battlefield effect, wherever that is. I think it's also listed on here, right, the battlefield effect, wherever that, the Future Foundation. So I think this makes it easier in arena because it does actually happen on the enemy's turn, things like that. But the actual silence from the ultimate outside of arena can get resisted. So that's just something to keep in mind there, and why I want to have more yellow stars on Franklin. As far as time goes, right, like I got 17,000 power cores. Typically, you need about 10,000 to unlock a character. So could I unlock Invisible Woman today? I could, but I just don't see a reason to, and I don't know where I would even fit her into my gameplay right now. It's not going to impact that at all. You're not going to be able to use, Invisible Woman Modern with the other 2 Fantastic Four characters to be able to do arena stuff right now. It's just not going to happen, and I think until Franklin Richards comes out, that there's not going to be any change. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about, though, is Professor Xavier. So I did watch Mobile Gamer's video, and I wanted to go over here to the video. I'm not going to play the video, but I wanted to point it out because he did do a really nice video here on the Fantastic Four gameplay. You can see it down here. Right, so let's zoom in a bit. So that was really important. I did watch this here. And, in the video, he basically alluded to Xavier still being hella important. And so the Xavier chase, the Xavier saga is still very much important and to keep in mind. So I don't want to like throw G20s on all of my characters yet. My plan for Professor Xavier for that section, for the Cosmic Hero section, is I am trying to kind of elevate, no, that was a bad word. Just basically you take advantage of the Fantastic Four MCU and kind of wait for all 3 of them to come out. So for the Cosmic Hero section, which I'm not at yet, by the way, but what my plan is now is I'm going to be buying up some more additional bio gear for at least Mr. Fantastic and Franklin Richards. It's possible I might end up G20ing all 3 of them, but I'm not there yet anyways, so there's no rush for me to do this. So these 3, because eventually you're going to want them G20 anyways for Arena, and I think it makes some pretty plausible sense to kind of double dip with all 3 of these characters for Cosmic Hero. Now, of course, the other characters that you have to use, right? You do have to use Lilandra, wherever she is for me, right? You have to use Lilandra for Cosmic Hero, so that's just non-negotiable, unfortunately. Now, my other character that I have, well, it is Odin, because I did this. This was my very first Gear Tier 20, so sue me, right? So I'm still gonna do this. The Fantastic Four don't have a lot of sustain, but I'm hoping that with Odin that this is like this will get me through those nodes. I haven't looked too heavily into the Cosmic Hero nodes, but I heard they're not that hard. I don't think so. Hopefully, Odin, the new Fantastic Four, and Lilandra will get me through that. That is my hope. Currently, right now, where I'm sitting at is I'm sitting at Global Hero, and I need to upgrade my Liberty for Global Hero. I screwed up, as you guys know. I did accidentally gear tier 20 my Songbird. So I heard as a result, I actually have to do all 4 of the Liberty members in order to be able to win with Songbird without her screwing up the rest of my team. So that should be fun. And I do have enough to upgrade Patriot right now because I have been buying a G20 BioGear, right? I've just been stacking this up mostly for Franklin because I do want to G20 him first when he does come out, which is in a couple of weeks' time. I think basically now I should be able to do Patriot, but the other problem is that my skill gear, right, is that I need about 150 in order to get both Peggy and Cap Sam because I think he's 75 as well, right? So Cap Sam, Peggy Carter, Patriot, and Falcon, who I can upgrade right now as well. So I'm pretty close to being done that, which then leaves me with Villain, Cosmic, and then Cosmic Hero. I don't have any Villain Cosmic built. Actually, no, that's not true. I do actually have Null built at this time. So I'm probably, once I do Liberty, I'm about 8 characters away, I think. So I don't have, I've done Odin for Hero Cosmic, and then I've done Null, wherever the hell he is, for Villain Cosmic. So that's 2 characters done from those sections. So I'm getting there, right? I'm getting there. I've been buying up my spending my intel, but I do want to save some of this. I'm keeping about 250,000, it's right, 250k, I think, right to buy the shards, I think, to get a character unlocked. So I am kind of like holding that in the bank for eventually when Invisible Woman MCU comes out. I may core for Mr. Fantastic because I'm not spending a lot of power cores right now, so I'm just kind of banking up. And this is my strategy going forward for the Fantastic Four month of July. I would be curious to know what your guys' thoughts on this. I took the rest of the Fantastic Four up to 105, but I know that in the arena, they're basically for veteran players. That's not going to be really a thing, but I wanted to do it anyways. Also, P.S., I heard that this costume, because in the data mines, that there's an offer for this. I really hope that they offer this free to play, because I do like these costumes, and it would be super silly if they didn't. But maybe that they're going to be offering it for paid for kind of early, and then later on they'll actually reveal it for free to play. Perhaps, maybe not. I would really like to get both costumes, but I don't want to pay for it. Please do the right thing, Scopely, and let all of us players have the full Fantastic Four First Steps costumes. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot left to say. We're going to be doing some more stuff tomorrow. Of course, Friday, which is going to be for the release of Danger Room X-Men. I will be getting out a video for that ASAP so that you guys can follow along with me there. Otherwise, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.